Hi there. Welcome to Econ 201, Principles of Macroeconomics here at COC. My name is Tyler Pronte. I'm going to be the professor for the course. And I've put together here this quick little video to introduce you to the class and to tell you just a little bit about how to navigate yourself around and find all the stuff that you're going to need throughout the term. Before that, though, while I have your attention here in the very beginning of the class, let's talk a bit about what we're going to learn about here throughout the term. First off, you should be clear that this discipline, economics, is all based on one central motivating problem. It's a simple one, right? The problem that when we look at the resources that we encounter, they're limited, right? The time that you have, the money with which you might buy stuff, the natural resources that firms might use to produce goods and services. All these things that we encounter in our world are scarce, they're limited. And so the consequence of that is that we collectively have to make choices about how we're going to use them. And so what economics is all about then is studying these choices. People have this problem of scarce resources. They have to figure out what they're going to do with them, and then we stand back and try to analyze those choices. So we're going to start that process then here in this class. This class is Principles of Macroeconomics, right? And so the macro part of economics is telling you that our focus is going to be on the economy overall. So we're talking about broad, big picture ideas. For example, we're going to talk about how a person, an analyst, might go about trying to measure the size of an economy. So that's important because you want to know, is the economy actually becoming larger over time? Is it stagnant? Is it becoming smaller? So talk about issues related to measuring economies. We're going to talk about things like inflation. Right? I'm sure you've heard of that before. That's just talking about this observation of stuff, goods and services becoming more expensive over time. We're going to talk in this class about unemployment. That's a relevant topic for us. We find that in some cases people are unable to find a job. Right? So we'll think about how economists go about measuring the amount of unemployment that you see in the economy. Talk about some causes for unemployment throughout the economy. Finally, guys, at the end of the term, we're going to start thinking about public policy. Right? After we learn about issues we might encounter within our economy, we want to be able to understand what governments can do to try to address economic problems, how they go about trying to fix things, what are some difficulties they encounter, things like that. So there you go. That's sort of a broad day one intro of the sort of things that we're going to get into here in this class. All right, on to the second objective here of this little video, which is to talk a bit about how to move around the class. You're going to see that all the material for the class is going to be presented in a series of modules. You can see those modules right here on the home page. The first one is called the Getting Started module, well named because of course that's where you should start. That's going to have all just sort of general tips about how to proceed through the class. And then beyond that, all the rest of our modules are going to contain the content. You're going to see reading assignments there. In each module, you're going to find a practice problem for you to work. In each module, you'll find a homework assignment. In each module, you're going to find a quick little video of one of my very favorite economists talking about some important ideas from each chapter. Finally, each module is also going to have a link to the quiz that you're going to take corresponding with each chapter. So you can go through those modules at your own pace as you will, but that's the place to start. What else? I should remind you also that here in the very beginning of the class, you're going to want to, one, read the syllabus. You can print that. Probably be a good idea to print it out so you have it on hand. That's going to have all the information you'll need about the class, so check out that syllabus. Check out the Getting Started module, and then a reminder here, assignments for the first week. You're going to want to go to the discussions board. You can see a link on our homepage for discussions. The very first topic is a sort of mini class introduction. So don't wait, do it now. It's easy points. Go introduce yourself to the rest of the class. that's all for now. Looking forward to a great class. Feel free to reach out. You can email me or send me a message here in Canvas if you have any questions.